Hello and welcome to Lost Love Chronicles. My name is Jerry. I am 56-year-old. I was married to a pain in my poo pool. People call her Maria. She is 51-year-old and has 5 kids from a previous marriage. Yes, you guys will laugh at me and tell me that dude, you effed up big time. I would not touch that lady with a telephone pole, but yes, I did. Why did I do it? I have no answers to that. Maybe I was not thinking, or maybe I was thinking with my dick, not my brain. So, please do not judge me for what I did. We all make mistakes and I have my share of them. Now if you guys have laughed at me and labeled me as a simp, let's get back to my story. This will get interesting as we go on. I work at a local bank and yes, I have been divorced before. My first wife was a pain in my head and we got divorced as we were not very compatible in bed. I wanted a lot of action and she wanted a lot less. So, after struggling for 5 years, we parted ways. I kept the house as it was my father's house and was pre-marriage asset. Also, I made sure that we have a prenup agreement in place. My father taught me to keep my money safe. I met Maria through a common friend. She was 44-year-old then and was divorced. We clicked instantly and decided to continue meeting. Well, it was just after the second meeting that things went passionate. I did her in the parking lot. Yes, second meeting. We had numerous such meetings and they were awesome. To my likings, I would say. I knew that she had kids. 5 kids to be precise. The kids were lovely. I never had kids and I thought that this might be my family. We dated for a year. Dated means did a lot of drilling. To my satisfaction, I must add. I proposed her for marriage. She accepted and soon in a small ceremony, we got married. I did ensure that there was a prenup in place. She did throw some tantrums because of this, but I was clear on my stand. No prenup, no marriage. You do not bring anything to this marriage, and you will not take away anything that you don't bring. Our first 3 years were a blast. We had a wonderful honeymoon and lot of drilling. I did live all my fantasies throughout. We did it in every corner of the house and Maria was awesome. The trouble started when Maria got bored with the housewife life. I asked her to join some hobbies or a job. She did none. She joined TikTok. I did not mind as long as the house was taken care of, kids in line, and me happy. It was just a few weeks later that she was exposed to some new feminist and philosophical ideas. What is the meaning of life? Why are we here? Why are women supposed to be in the house, while men go out to work? I need to find myself. All the bullcrap questions that you can ask for. She asked me these questions often, but I tried to divert the questions. However, one fine day when I was enjoying a peaceful dip in my swimming pool with a nice glass of Jack Daniel in hand, she asked again. I had enough and really wanted to answer her right now. I looked at her and said, "Look, I am going to tell you this, but promise me that you will not tell anyone else. Listen carefully. Why are we here? To have sex and multiply. That is why any living being is alive, to multiply. From a chicken to a giant buffalo, they all breed, have sex and multiply. You need a philosophical answer. It is you who decides why you are here. Become someone, become something. Be an example for others or remain anonymous and die peacefully. It's your choice. You decide why you are here. Why women stay at house and men go out to work. A lot of women go out to work. Only you chose to stay at home. As for your find myself, well, just Google yourself. If nothing comes up, then go back and do something about it. Now get back to the kitchen and make me a sandwich." She got out of the pool and did not come back. I guess she did not like my answers. I did not like her question, I said to myself. A few days later there was more trouble. I had invited a few friends over and we were having a great time. Once again, she asked the questions and it ended in a weird situation. You see, my friends are like me. We do not bother about philosophical questions and we all are doers, not thinkers. We act on what we think and just wait for results. All my friends and their spouses frowned a bit, but no one really answered or bothered on that. This, however, would cause my friends to avoid me a bit. That night I did have a big fight with her. I told her that her questions were important for her, but they have no meaning for others. She needs to choose her audience before she starts such a conversation. She was stubborn. Our sex life deteriorated and so did our communication. I tried to talk her into counseling, but to no avail. She was stubborn as always. How was she with her kids? Well, not great, I must say. Her kids used to find comfort with me, but tried to avoid conversation with her. Her way of parenting was simple. I tell you what to do and how to behave, and you do the exact same things. Well, that is not how kids develop. You just end up making mini versions of you. Kids are like plants. You need to let them grow. Just keep an eye on them and discipline them when they go out of their way. Well, not Maria. She had to control everything. She did try to control me as well, but you see, I know where to listen to her and where to not. Our fights have become a lot worse lately, and it got to a point that we were now sleeping in different rooms. I did confide in a close friend. He heard me and gave an honest response. If she wanted to fix things, she would have agreed for counseling. His analysis matched mine when he said that she was upset as she is not getting her way with me and not able to control my life. That was final then. Either she was getting counseling or a divorce. I had a discussion with her regarding counseling, but she refused, saying there is nothing wrong. I lost my mind. I told her that we sleep in different rooms and we don't talk. You don't pay rent to stay in my house. You stay here because you're my wife. If you don't want to play my wife, then get out of here. She got pissed and went in her bedroom. I, on the other hand, went to a divorce attorney. For the next 5 days, I did not go back to the house. Maria never called, and neither did the kids. I did not expect Maria to call, but I did expect the kids to call. I guess I was wrong to expect that. I was not their real dad. I guess the world is based on facts and not our emotions and expectations. On the 6th day, I entered my house with my attorney and handed Maria the divorce papers. She started a huge fight right in front of the attorney. She called me all sorts of names and even landed some cuss words at the attorney for just being there. The attorney just looked at me and, in his eyes, I saw the nod that I did the right thing. When Maria finally calmed down, my attorney told her to pack her stuff and leave within 2 days. Where will the kids go? She asked. They have 7 days to leave. You need to leave in 2 days and find a new accommodation and take your kids with you. She pleaded with me, saying that she has nowhere to go and allow her to stay here. I did not move. However, for the kids' sake, I did allow her to move into a different apartment that was owned by my father. Since I had a prenup, I did not bother a lot. I told her to move out once we are divorced. Well, the divorce took over 4 years to close. Finally, I was free. Did she try to come back? Yes, multiple times. I rejected her every time. Soon after the divorce, a friend of mine sent me a video from her TikTok account. After 4.5 long years, it is finally over. It's over. I am now a divorced woman. And I knew when this happened and when I got the final word, I knew I would have different emotions, and I tried preparing for them. But I don't know how you actually prepare for it, because what I feel like is like someone punched me in my stomach, in my gut, and just like took my air out of my body. And I'm not crying over the fact that we're no longer together. I'm crying over the fact that none of it should have happened like it happened. And there's this sadness inside of me that, like, it's going to somehow affect our grandchildren and generations to come. And I just hate that. I hate that. And God, I wish I hated him. Oh my gosh, I wish I hated that man. But I don't hate him. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. I'm scared. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. I'm going to leave my home that I've been in for 20 years and rebuild a life that wasn't supposed to be alone. It was supposed to be with him. But don't get confused. Do not get confused. My life is good and I am blessed. But it's too hard. Rebuilding your life at 51 years old, trying to find a place to live, probably relocating to a new city or a new state. It's a lot. But I'm going to do this. You just watch and see. I'm going to be better than ever. She did get a lot of sympathy from some friends, but not the kind of support as she wanted. A few days later, she was back again when someone asked her if I was a good husband. Okay, if we are going to be completely honest, we knew pretty early on who they really were. They showed us. And I know this for a fact because people can't hide their true colors for a long time. I mean, I have to be completely honest with myself, which I don't enjoy doing, because then I have to see all my faults and all of the things that I did that led up to the end of my marriage, the breakup of relationships, and that's the hard part. But I'm going to do the hard part because I'm not going to continue this pattern. I've had this pattern my whole entire life, and I refuse to continue. So from now on, instead of talking so much about what happened or what was done, as I like to say, maybe to me, which makes me feel like a victim, and I'm not. I am going to focus on my role in things and what was broken inside of me that allowed the things to happen. I knew not to get married pretty long time ago. Knew not to do this, but I did it anyway. Why? Fear? Yeah. Okay. What were my fears? Afraid of being alone. I was a single mom with 5 children. And here came this man that I thought was going to rescue me and save me. And he did, actually. He did. But the problem was, by allowing that to happen, I put my whole being into this man. And I was no longer myself anymore. So I have been spending the last few years trying to figure out who the hell I am, why I do the things that I do. A few days later, someone asked about her parenting skills. Really don't think I would describe me personally as a parent, because I don't even know what a parent is. I would say I was more like a mentally unstable, controlling bitch back then. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment of how I was. Thank God, my children are mentally stable and they are able to forgive me for so many things because they realize I'm not the same person that I was when they were growing up. Now, I'm no longer mentally unstable, nor am I controlling. The bitch part? Sometimes, bitch. She was soon going to become one. I did find another birdie that matched my vibes. You know what I mean. This time, no marriage. Just live in. The word did get to Maria, and she was her usual bitch. She called me multiple times and called me all sorts of names. I was annoyed at first, but lately I started to enjoy these calls. You know, as someone gets super annoyed at you, you tend to annoy them even more. Exactly what I did. I posted some choice pictures with my new birdie from my vacation in Thailand. She too changed her game and posted another video. This is a message to the one who will be moving in after I move out. First, let me start by saying, congratulations. You're going to move into a beautiful home. It does need some work. It has to have the roof replaced and some things like that. And he's going to do that for you because he wants to impress you. When I moved in, we did all kind of stuff. But I just need you to know that every room in this house is going to have a memory of me. It is. I hope you'll have a hard time with that. Like y'all's bedroom that you're going to share. We did so many things in that bedroom. Oh my gosh. Stuff I can't even talk about on TikTok or I will get thrown off. And if you want to go from that room into another one, think you're going to make that y'all's bedroom, we did it in there too. Every room of this house, every room, kitchen, dining room, living, game room. That pool table will support a lot of weight, a lot more than you might think. And I'm not saying this to be petty. I'm just saying you just need to understand that a lot of memories were made here. A lot of memories. And so, yes, you can paint it. It's going to be new painting and some new floors and stuff and make new memories, but just don't be surprised if the memory of me pops up in this mind occasionally. And the pool, oh my gosh, you are going to love that pool this summer. However, if you've got a problem of us being, you know, in that pool, you have to get him to dig you a new one. Yeah. Diving board on there too. But the slide? Oh, no, girl, you're fine with that. We were too big to get on the slide. So, no. Oh, but the boat that you're going to enjoy this summer? Memories. That was her response. No, this was below the belt and a new low for her. This incident had caused some tension with my new birdie. I called my attorney and asked him to fix her. I know he is good with such things as soon a new video came out. Spend a lot of time by myself. And I'm not usually lonely. I enjoy my own company. But today's been different. The last couple of days have been different. And I just have to shake this off. I have to get through this. And I will. I always do. But I let my guard down. And I knew better. Won't make that mistake again. Lesson learned. She is not posted again. I am still enjoying my time with the birdie, and my ex-cane in my poop hole is silent and miserable. Dear listener, if you have reached this far, please click on the subscribe button. It will be a great help.